Hello, I'm Achyut Nair from Nair's Aviation Ground School. This is the 28th video in a new series of educational aviation videos for the aspiring pilot. Airplanes fly all over the world. Airplanes fly in high altitudes, high temperatures, and in low altitudes and low temperatures. Aircraft roam the skies at all hours of the day and night. But despite all-encompassing nature of aviation, one aspect of weather still grounds even the toughest of airplanes, and makes even the seasoned pilots question the decision to fly. This video is about thunderstorms. A thunderstorm is the term used to describe a convective cloud associated with heavy precipitation, typically heavy rain, heavy snow, or hail, thunder, and lightning. Such a storm will be caused by either a single cumulonimbus cloud or a cluster or line of cumulonimbus clouds. Cumulonimbus is a heavy and dense cloud of considerable vertical extent in the form of a mountain or a huge tower, often associated with heavy precipitation, lightning, and thunder. The mature cumulonimbus cloud has a distinctive, flat, anvil-shaped top. The cumulonimbus cloud forms when three conditions are met. First, there must be a deep layer of unstable air. Secondly, the air must be warm and moist. And third, a trigger mechanism must cause the warm, moist air to rise. Warm, moist air can rise due to a variety of reasons, including the heating of the layer of air close to the surface, rising ground forcing the air upwards, also known as orographic uplift, or a front forcing the air upwards. The way in which a cumulonimbus cloud develops can be called the life cycle of the thunderstorm. A cumulonimbus cloud develops in three distinct phases, namely the building phase, the mature phase, and the dissipating phase. Building phase. A pocket of warm air begins to ascend as a result of one of the triggers mentioned before. As the moist air rises, it becomes saturated, clouds form, and the latent heat released as the moisture condenses further warms the air and it continues to rise. The air within the cloud is warmer than the air outside it, and more air is drawn into the cloud from the base as well as the sides. The cloud grows in height rapidly, faster than many aircraft can climb, extending from the surface to a great height, sometimes as far as the tropopause. As the temperature of the rising air drops below freezing point, the water droplets become supercooled and join together to become larger and larger. The mature phase. As the top of the cloud reaches great heights, precipitation begins to fall. The falling rain, snow, or ice cools the surrounding air, creating downdrafts. The friction between ice particles descending through the cloud and the ice particles being carried aloft by the updrafts create a static charge in the cloud, with the top of the cloud having a positive charge and the bottom of the cloud having a negative charge. Eventually, the difference in potential is so great that the powerful electrical discharges, also known as lightning, occur, accompanied by thunder. The top of the clouds begin to flatten out, and cirrus-like clouds, consisting of ice crystals, spread out, creating a distinctive anvil shape. The dissipation phase is the last phase of a thunderstorm. The cooling effect of the downdrafts on the air beneath the cloud reduces the strength of the updrafts until the updraft eventually stops and the lower clouds begin to dissipate. The upper cloud will then linger for some more time. The active cycle of the cumulonimbus cell lasts little more than an hour, but many thunderstorms contain several active cumulonimbus cells in various stages of development, meaning that a storm can last several hours and extend over a very large area. The active cells are often embedded in a larger cloud mass containing the remains of decayed cells as well as other cloud types at various levels. This can make the active cells very difficult to detect visually, and appropriate use of radar is required to safely avoid active weather. Speaking in strictly scientific terms, a thunderstorm does not seem to be very threatening. In actuality, however, cumulonimbus clouds can pose a variety of serious threats to the safety of flights. Cumulonimbus clouds can cause turbulence. Vertical movement within a cumulonimbus cloud can be as much as 50 knots. The interaction between strong updrafts and strong downdrafts causes wind shear and severe turbulence within the cloud. Strong surface winds, variable in direction and strength, are common at surface level in the vicinity of the cloud. This can be particularly hazardous to aircraft on takeoff or landing. In addition, moderate to severe icing can also be expected, especially at the higher altitudes and levels of the cloud. Cumulonimbus clouds can also cause electrical disturbance. Aircraft flying in the vicinity of cumulonimbus clouds may experience electrical disturbances affecting communication and navigation systems. The electrical phenomenon known as St. Elmo's fire, while not a threat to the safety of flight, is an indication of nearby cumulonimbus activity. Aircraft in the vicinity of cumulonimbus clouds are also at risk of being hit by lightning. Thunderstorms are often joined by precipitation. Hail can cause significant structural damage to an aircraft. Other precipitation, such as snow, sleet, or rain, can contaminate airfields and runway surfaces, creating a hazard to aircraft attempting to take off or land. Thunderstorms are often accompanied by extreme weather. Severe downdrafts, microbursts, and funnel clouds such as tornadoes are also features of cumulonimbus clouds. These are the most extreme weather conditions a pilot might ever face in their whole flight career. The thunderstorm is a very serious thing to consider when planning a flight. It presents one of the most difficult flying challenges to aviators, and thunderstorms are avoided whenever possible. As a student pilot, it is important that you understand the development of thunderstorms and the risks it poses to pilots and passengers. For more information, please contact us at liftanddrag@gmail.com and visit our website at nyersaviation.webnode.com. Thank you, safe flying.